Good, bright, and beautiful Friday morning, the 13th of September. It's a Friday, so you never know. We're starting out looking great this morning in the northern mid-Atlantic. Let's hopefully hope for that there's no ominous signs to come on this Friday, the 13th of September 2024. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. It's 7:09 in the morning, looking at the sunrise here over New York City's the World Trade Center here over the Hudson River here. New York City at 63 degrees. It is just a beautiful morning. Midtown Manhattan, mostly sunny skies, a few scattered clouds in the air, temperature 61 degrees. The Empire State Building showing the same kind of thing here this morning. And we're using EarthCam this morning, and we're in Dublin here. We're at the Dublin Cam here at the famous Temple Bar. A lot of people this afternoon in Dublin, Ireland, woke up to temperatures in the 30s. And as of noontime, there's a lot of people walking around the square here and the cobblestone streets here in Dublin proper. It's 52 now, but it started out in the 30s earlier this morning. New London Harbor Cam in New London, Connecticut, 7:10 this morning. This is live. It's 54 degrees, and look at this beautiful sky with the U.S. Coast Guard ship in port here. And then in Washington, D.C., looks great. 68 degrees at 7:10 this morning, and people are just getting on the roads as our nation's capital and Capitol Monument here in the background. And Flamingo Cam in Miami, Florida, 82 at 7:11 this morning, and look at all these beautiful flamingos. In Whitney, Canada here, the Algonquin Park Cam showing fog over the horizon this morning, 52 degrees. This is absolutely beautiful. Saranac Lake, New York looks sunny. Trucks and cars getting on the road this morning at 7:11. This morning it's 45 degrees. It is just a gorgeous morning out here. And the Saranac Lake, New York just looks absolutely beautiful. Little fog here over the valley sections and 45 degrees. Scattered clouds this morning here at the Asbury Park Boardwalk, where they continue to set up on the south side here, going towards Bradley Beach here. The Hear, See Now concert, waves coming in at 1 to 2 feet, looks good. And this is the morning view here. Looks a little bit hazy in this image here. People getting on the boardwalk and Asbury Park. Here at the Weather Center this morning, we're starting out with mostly sunny skies, expecting highs today around 79, 80 degrees. Pollen, again, is very high. The wind is very nil right now. Humidity, 96% because of the dew point, which is 59, which is just about the air temperature here. Pressure is high at 30.28 inches. Visibility in some fog this morning or low clouds scattered around the area, or maybe even some haze or dust in the atmosphere. We're looking at a forecast here that doesn't really feature much in the way of any kind of precipitation until we get into the midweek period. So even that's in question as an area of low pressure along the coast moves inland with scattered, warm frontal clouds and scattered showers around. But this is not showing up in the forecast right now, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous outside. Temperature is 58. We have 30% cloud cover, medium clouds around the area, no precipitation today. It feels like 60 right now. Winds are out of the northwest, and they're very light out because high pressure is in control. Dew point's 59, humidity 96%. UVI index is moderate at 5. Air quality is good. Today, it's grass and ragweed. Allergies are high. Take your medication, 95 here. Visibilities are good, and they'll be improving as the morning goes on. High pressure's in control. Sunrise this morning, 6:38. Sunset tonight, 7:08. How we have to see it go, right? Full moon, phase of the moon right now is 65%. The next full moon on September 18th, and the next moonrise at 1:53 tomorrow morning. And when we look at the latest shortwave imagery here, we're showing basically clear skies across the area. And there are some clouds here. This is probably low-level cloud cover, which is fog across portions of the I-95 corridor in Delaware this morning. But everything else to the north and east looks pretty good. Check the nighttime microphysics here, showing some of that fog that we're seeing here in some of the observations. And if we hone in on some of these observations here, let's go back to New Jersey here in the I-95 corridor. We do have some visibilities down to a quarter of a mile here in southern New Jersey, and also in central portions of, or southwestern portions here of eastern Pennsylvania. That should all burn off. Temperatures right now, as of 7 o'clock or a few minutes after 7 o'clock here, in the mid 50s to low and mid 60s in the New York City area. In downtown Manhattan, it's 66 degrees. And we take a look at the dew points, they are pretty much close to this. So that makes the relative humidity values here at about 100%. So there could be some dew or whatever on the cars this morning. There's been no precipitation, virtually nothing over the last 24 hours. If we look at the radar, there's nothing going on. This is probably just birds, as we're seeing this on Doppler radar as well. We'll take a look at that in a moment if that comes up. Nope, won't come up, but these are birds probably heading south here. Geocolor looks good, lots of clouds in southwestern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware here, southern New Jersey. This is fog, which is showing up on the Doppler, and clear skies underneath that, and the water vapor channel looks good. On the aviational weather deck today, we have IFR and MVFR to start with the low clouds this morning, mostly sunny skies this afternoon. Few clouds around, northeast winds, southeast at around 5 to 10. VFR to start, then another round of low clouds and stratus possibly tonight, early tomorrow morning at the terminals, and light winds, again under high pressure. Saturday through Tuesday, VFR through the period, sub-VFR conditions possible during late night and early morning hours due to patchy fog and low clouds. On the marine deck, it looks good. No marine headlines expected through tonight. East to northeast winds at 5 to 10 knots, occasional gust up to 15 knots, 2 to 3 foot seas. They look good. Saturday through Saturday night, mainly small craft, below small craft advisories. So that's good. Sunday through Tuesday, small craft advisory looking likely with waves increasing to 5 to 9 feet with wind gusts up to 25 knots, and we'll check that out. Rip currents for both today and Saturday. East winds developing, average of 2 to 3 feet. And this is going to be an onshore flow, which we see, and there is a moderate risk for the development of dangerous and life-threatening rip currents for both the Jersey and Delaware beaches both days. So be careful if you're out there. Again, in Asbury Park proper at the beaches here, facing Bradley here for the Here Say Now concert on Saturday and Sunday, where thousands are supposed to show up. Probably some of them are already. Saturday is going to feature, and Sunday is going to feature temperatures around the low to mid 70s with overnight lows in 60s, low 60s, and complete sunshine. And of course, if you're going to Here Say Now this weekend, there's limited late night show tickets still available. Most of the show is sold out, but you can still probably find resale tickets for Noah Kahan on Saturday with the Black Crowes, the Revivalist. Guster will be there. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band from Asbury Park, the Gaslight Anthem, Trey Anastasio, Norah Jones, Kool and the Gang on Sunday. Tropical weather here. In the Atlantic, we have post-tropical cyclone Francine, which you can see is still providing the risk of flash and urban flooding continues over portions of the Tennessee Valley in the southeast through Saturday. Some of this flooding could be locally considerable, especially today and tonight, over portions of central and northern Alabama. Right now, it is about 90 miles west-northwest of Memphis, Tennessee as of 4 a.m. Sustained winds at about 25 miles an hour. Present movement to the west at about 3 miles per hour. So it's moving very slow. Flood watches in effect for portions of the Tennessee Valley and the southeast. Meanwhile, this area here has a low chance over the next 24 hours. It's near the northern Leeward Islands. And it's just a few hundred miles now east of the northern Leeward Islands has degenerated into a surface trough. So this is not going to do anything. This one here is probably going to stay away from the coast as well. Only thing going on here in the Eastern Pacific is Elena, which is a tropical storm right now. And as of 2 a.m. this morning, Maritime Standard Time here, it's bringing heavy rainfall to portions of western Mexico and the southern Baja California area, sir. Through this weekend, the heavy rainfall bring risk of flash flooding and mudslides. It's expected to bring tropical storm conditions over portions of Baja California later this morning, where tropical storm warnings are now in effect. And if we take a look at the public advisory, it's about 95 miles southeast of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Sustained winds at about 45 miles an hour. Its movement to the north-northwest at about 10 miles an hour. And there are changes to this advisory. Tropical storm warnings now for the west coast of Baja California and also the east coast of Baja California. Tropical storm watch in effect in these areas. Let's take a look at the latest graphics now. Rainfall potential is going to be quite high in this area here. Locally 12 inches here in portions of Mexico here and just west of Baja California, sir, during the next couple of days here. Total rainfall, that is. And again, the key messages we just went over and the arrival time of winds here showing up.